Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Teal Lollipops. Today we're going to be making a bow for this beautiful wreath that I have made. This is a fall wreath. I am totally obsessed with leopard print, and so Hobby Lobby had this leopard pumpkin that has the buffalo check and then the leopard there, and I had to have it. So I brought it home, and I knew that I wanted to do some sort of leopard and teal combination. So I did this combination with this teal blue, black, gold, copper mesh, and then I paired it with two sets of ribbons, a gold and a leopard ribbon, and then a aqua and a black buffalo check ribbon. But what I did was I brought this sign home and I embellished it with my own welcome and little dots at the corner of the buffalo check, and I did it in a aqua teal glitter. So what we're doing today is we're going to make a bow for this. So I'm going to set this aside. So here are the ribbons that I used in my wreath. I've got this leopard, and the leopard has some gold metallic stitching piping on the edges. Oops. I've got this aqua colored 2.5 inch ribbon. Here's the gold. Can I get it off? Here's the gold. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then the black check. Those are the ribbons that I used in the wreath, and so that's what we're going to use to make the bow with. So the first thing that I want to decide is which ribbon do I want to be most prominent in the bow, and that would be these two ribbons right here. So I will put this blue one down first, and then I will put this one in there, and then I will put this black and white check one in there, and then I will finish it off with the gold so that the gold is the most prominent one. So we'll get started. This is going to have sort of a long tail, maybe not. Go ahead and dovetail my ends here. So I'll probably make, let's just say 12 inch tails. This is not a double-sided ribbon, so as I'm putting it in there, I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to make 5 inch loops, or somewhere around there. That's 5 inches right there. Twist it. That does not look right. That's all right. Just didn't look right for some reason, but it is. So I'm going to twist it, bring it over. I'm going to measure a 5 inch loop. That's 5 inches right there. I'm going to twist it again. These are going to be 4 loops. So I'm just going to measure this loop with the one underneath, and do the same on this side. Okay, and then we're going to have Add another 12-inch tail. Let's put this away. Dovetail. All right, let's start this one. Let's dovetail it. So this one is a little bit thin, so instead of dovetailing it, I'm going to see what it'll look like at just an angle. Sometimes if you have a thin ribbon and you dovetail it, it just folds in on itself. So I'm going to just try it at an angle this time, not a dovetail. Five inches again for this one, as well as just like the one below. Twist it. Twist it every time you go back in there into the part where your gather is. If you don't have double-sided ribbon, you have to twist it. Most ribbon are not double-sided, but occasionally you'll run into some that are. Now I'm going to measure around if I don't like that later, I can come back and dovetail it. All right, not enough of that ribbon. Let's open up another one. This one is thin as well, but I'm going to go ahead and dovetail it. No, I think I won't. I'll just try it like I did the leopard. This one could be considered double-sided because I've got pretty much the same on both sides, so we're not going to worry about it. About 12 inches. Sorry, I hope I didn't have that out of y'all's view. I guess I'll figure it out when I look at the replay, huh? I'm going to make these just a little bit shorter. Something like that. That's probably an inch shorter or so. I'll just flip that, and I didn't have to. So I'm going to measure these to see if they're about even. And I just bring them up to themselves in the center and try to get them even. So I'm going to pull that up and pull that up, and it's about even. If when I get it out of this holder, this Bodabra, if it is uneven, then I can just adjust it before I completely tighten up where it's gathered. That's about right. And last but not least, the gold. The gold I'm not going to dovetail or cut at a slant at all because it is mesh, and mesh doesn't do well for me anyway. I don't think it does when you're when you dovetail it or cut it at a slant. That does not want to stay in there. This is double-sided. This is not double-sided, so I'm going to be twisting. And I will make this one just a little bit shorter than the black and white check. I don't know what the measurement is. I usually measure that first ribbon, the first bow loops, and then I measure it like this. So that's about right. Maybe if I had a different kind of bow maker, I would measure it. But since I don't, I do it like this. Now, let's measure a tail. I'm going to cut it straight. All right, so now we're going to slip a zip tie underneath the bottom here. So I just put my hands under the bottom loops, and the very bottom is a tail. So grab the tail and just slide it up just a little bit. Just slide it up. And let's slide this zip tie in there. And I'll push it back down. All right, so what I do is I'll come up and pull this part of the zip tie and rest it on this edge, and then I'll hold my finger here and I'll start to pull this up, trying to keep it together. I'll slide that zip tie in there, pull it up, trying to keep it a little bit tight. Now this is not completely tight, and then slip it out of your bow dabber. So that's not completely tightened down. So what I'm going to do next is I am going to make sure that all of my bow loops, where it comes out of this gathered part, is as flat as I can get it before I completely tie it really tight. So I'm going to take my fingers and grab right here on these loops, and I'm going to pull all of these tails down because they're stuck in there too a little bit. Get this line back up, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to hold it tight here and pull all these tails down. Okay, so now I'm going to hold it and I'm going to slide the zip tie around to the back. Now I'm going to look at each one of these loops to make sure that it is not bunched up where it is joining into the knot part. So this one here is folded in on itself. So what I'm going to do is take my finger and pull that out. Now I'm going to look at this next one. Now I'm going to look at the leopard. So this one is folded a little bit right there. So I'm going to straighten that out. I may just, yeah, let me straighten that out. Okay, now I'm going to look at this other side. That one's folded over, so I'm going to flip it under. All right, so now I'm going to make sure that these are even. So looking at this, I can tell that this side is longer than this side because you can see the difference here. My blue ones are not too bad. This first one here looks a little smaller. So I'll see if I can pull some of this up from the tail. So let's see what we can do with that right now. Okay, which one was smaller? Both of them, actually. Both of these bottom loops are a little small. So I'm going to pull some of this up from the tail. Just make them a hair longer. Now one side is going to pull from the tail, but the other side is going to pull from this loop. Okay, those look pretty good now. So let me work on these. So really it's just this one side here. Really it's just this one. So let's see where that one is. Okay, so that was this side. You can also just put your fingers inside your loops before it's really tightened down and match them up. Okay, so that's about done. Now I'm going to tighten this down, but before I make it as tight as I want it, I'm going to put me a zip tie in here. I'm going to take a teal zip tie. Take whatever color matches whatever you're making. Oy vey. I should have put it in there before I put that on, but I didn't. Crap. There we go. Come on. Get up in there. Come on. There. Okay. Or you can put wire. If you want more length, you might want to do some wiring. All right, so now I'm going to tie it really tight. And we're going to cut this off. All right, so now we're just going to fluff this up. I'm going to start with this back. Just put my fingers in it and take it and pull it and twist it the opposite direction of each other. Now I'm going to go to this other side, put my fingers in it, pull, and do a little twist. Now the same thing here, pull, do a little twist. Same thing here, pull, do a little twist. Same thing with these. I get my fingers in them. Pull, twist a little. Sometimes you will find that your ribbon, your bow loops want to go a certain direction, and sometimes it's the opposite of the direction you have them going. Just change them out, make them go the other direction. Some bows just naturally want, or loops want to lay in one direction or the other. So what I'm saying is, if this loop keeps pushing downward, then I might just take it and put it downward and bring the other one up. All right, so let's see what we can do here. So now just fluff them up as best you can. Get them looking pretty. All right. So that's going to be my bow for this wreath that I have made. So let's go ahead and put it on there. So here's my wreath, and I'm going to want this bow right there. So turn it around so I can get to it. I'm going to pull this apart a little bit. I'll take my ties and snake it down through there. Okay, there's one. I'm gonna get the other tie. There's two. All right, now I'm gonna flip this over and smash this bow so I can tie it, and then I'll have to fluff it all back up. So I've got one under, and one over. I'm going to have one under and one over. I currently have both going under. So I'm gonna thread one of these back through this wired frame. Okay, I'm gonna tighten it down. I'm not gonna give it a big, oh yeah, here's my hang tie, so I need to get this a little bit more this direction, I think. As you can see, I used a greenery wreath base. I got it on sale last year at the end of season on Hobby Lobby, from Hobby Lobby. And so, oh, let's see, what am I doing? There we go. All right, let's see if we've totally smashed it. We have, and that's okay. All right, so I'll turn around so you can see it. Let's fluff these up. So I like to try to offset my 2.5 ribbons from each other if possible, but it's not always possible. So you can see a leopard, a teal, a leopard, a teal. So now I need a leopard. I need a teal, a leopard, and a teal. All right. That's it. So there is my cute as can be leopard and teal fall pumpkin welcome wreath. There's the bow. And there's the wreath. What do y'all think about that? So if you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to watch more of this and my designs, then hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell so that you will know whenever I'm going to put another one up on YouTube. This little puppy is going to be listed in my Etsy shop. My Etsy shop is Teal Lollipops Wreaths on Etsy. And you can also follow me on my Facebook page. It's called Teal Lollipops as well. A little bit of a story behind my name. My husband and I are known as Lolly and Pops to our grandchildren. And because of that, I think it is adorable. I decided that that's what I would call my business. Something that is sentimental to me. And I had to have another word to go with it because I couldn't get a Facebook page or a YouTube page because the word lollipops is already taken. So I put my favorite color in there, which is teal. So it's Teal Lollipops. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me. Please like and share. It would be so appreciated. Thank you. Bye.